Hey guys, let's talk about a little something called four-corner leadership. A long time ago, a guy sat me down and he talked to me about four things that you want to evaluate with employees to see if they are being successful or they're not being successful and what steps you need to take as a leader. So take out a sheet of paper, draw a square, and draw four squares within that square. In the first square, write down the word environment. If we want the people that we're training or mentoring or we're teaching to be successful, we need to make sure that they have the right environment for them to learn in, first and foremost. In the second square, put the word equipment. Think about what kind of equipment do I need, do my kids need, does my family need, or the people at work need to be successful while they're working in that environment. And then the third one, put the word training. Once we've given someone the right environment and the right equipment to use, we then have to train them how to use those things properly. In the fourth box, write in the word willingness. So we've given them these three things to be successful, and now what? Now it's really up to them to use those things, right? So let me tell you how this came about. About 20 years ago, I was sitting down with a mentor of mine, really another manager who was older than me. And I was talking about some struggles I was having with some employees and how I was going to get these folks turned around and what we were going to do with them in the end. And so he walked me through these four corners of leadership and he said, listen, let's ask ourselves a couple of questions. Have you given them the environment they need to succeed in? And so we talked about what's that like? Is it conducive for business? Is it quiet? Is it distracting? Is it positive? Am I being motivational or am I being demotivational? Then we walked through the equipment. Have I given these people the equipment they need to do their jobs right? Well, the answers to those two questions were yes. The third question is, did you give them the training they need to be successful? You don't want to move a guy down the road if you haven't given him enough training. Maybe he just needs a little bit more work and he can be successful. And that's, I think, is the same with people in your home environment, your friends at work, or anywhere else. Well, the answer to that question was yes, I've given these people all the training. So you say, well, there's only one thing left in the square, and he filled in that fourth thing on the square and he circled it, willingness. Is the person willing to do their job? If they're not willing to do their job, you've done all you can, they probably don't need to be there. So if you're leading your work and you find yourself coming up against a roadblock with maybe your staff or some people, some subordinates or co-workers or whatnot, I'd encourage you to take a look at these four things. It's really been helpful for me over the years to determine what my part is, how much more I need to give, but then also what part does the other person need to bring at the table to be successful. So keep this piece of paper on hand. Think about how you can apply it at home, how you can apply it at work, or anywhere else that you're leading.